Welcome to Singapore. Join us for our lead up to the 2022 Singapore Formula 1 Grand Prix, where we do as much as we can to experience the true F1 life at Singapore. We go through a Williams pop-up store, go-karting, simulators, and of course, Friday practice and Sunday race day. This will be a mini-series with only a few videos about our experiences and activities we did in Singapore on the lead up to the Grand Prix on Sunday. We have lots of clips, lots of activities, and a lot of action for you guys to see. We hope you enjoy this series as much as we enjoy this holiday, and I highly recommend to do these activities as a minimum if you are going for a Formula 1 experience. Hello everyone, in today's video we are at the Williams Racing pop-up store in Singapore, Suntec City, just in time for the Formula 1 Singapore Grand Prix. At the pop-up store we were lucky enough to see a massive merch display, an esports stand, and of course the FW44 Williams race car for the 2022 season. This was the early version car, so it's not the upgraded one that we see now on the track, but this is also their show version, so it doesn't have all the new features that they have in racing now, but it is still their 2022 car. After we bought some merch, my brother and I had a go at the F1 reaction training thing. This was like a sort of reaction test training simulator. I'm not sure what to call this, but yeah, basically you press this button in the middle, it starts the machine, and all these lights flicker at different spots, which is what you're seeing right now, and you basically scores your reaction based on how many you press. And there's supposed to be a timer you can see in the top, so my brother's on 51, 52. I managed to get 156, but the system was bugged, and the numbers on the left, on the right, so 000, it's supposed to be counting down as a timer, but the timer just kept going. There was no timer, so it maxed out. For me, it maxed out at 156, and for my brother, it just kept going as well. So that was it. But yeah, really fun thing. It's cool to see your reaction, how quick you are. I was pretty quick, so yeah. My brother was lucky enough to win a prize. To do all the activities at the Williams pop-up store, you needed to download the app and scan a lot of QR codes around the store. That gave you access to doing the activities, and one of the QR codes to scan was like some giveaway thing, and yeah, my brother scanned it and managed to win. Alright, now we're gonna have a shot at the Williams Esports Play Rig. I'm not sure exactly the specs of the PC of the setup, but all I know is a Fanatic wheel with the Fanatic wheels. It's a direct drive wheel and with the play seat cradle setup with the curved screen. So the setup I'm using in-game, so the game is F122 with the Williams car. I'm pretty sure it's the actual Williams car, not because in the game you can choose to equalize all cars. I'm pretty sure this was the actual Williams setup on the stock setup probably. But difficulty wise and assists, I had no assists. I asked for manual and the guy straight up just gave me a full sim mode, which was awesome actually. I did want that. So that is all the force feedback, no brake assist, no, obviously you can't see any lines, there's no brake line, no cornering line, there's no traction, I believe, there's no ABS, there's no anti-lock, so anti-lock is off, so as you can see I'm locking up a lot, so it was fairly hard, and this was my first time playing F122 on a sim rig, and using a sim rig like this. I've played a lot of sim rigs over the years. I've had a little setup myself, my friends have had, and I've played at various shops and events, but this was definitely the hardest rig I've ever played, and that direct drive wheel was tough. I tell you, it doesn't look tough, but you can see sometimes how much I'm tensing my hands and my fingers to turn and to grab the shift as well. It is really tough, and I did spin out a lot. I had a couple spins, I think I had a total 3 or 4 spins. Yeah, and I'm not usually one to spin out on racetracks because I like to reduce the amount of wheel spin I have, but it was tough. And going through the corners now, passing where we were sitting on Friday and Sunday. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to play more, but we were only given 5 laps. This was my first lap, and I'd say, you know, I'm glad I spun out. Yeah, it's very sketchy like that, very sketchy. And I apologize for the video being like this. It was recorded vertically by my brother. I didn't think I would upload it to YouTube, but you know, considering how cool it is and how fun it was, I did really want you guys to see and everyone else to see. So yeah, I did shift into neutral there. I knew what I was doing. I just thought, okay, I better shift into neutral, bang the gear a bit, and go to first, which I'm glad it worked. Now I have played this game a lot, the F122. I have played it a lot, but obviously with the controller and with a much easier setup, because it's hard to do no traction anti-lock on a controller. But yeah, coming on lap 2 now, getting a much better feel for the car, shifting early, and yeah, another spin out. This is where I was getting, alright, that's enough. I gotta really drive properly now. I don't have much laps left. Yep, spun out again. Yeah, it's really tough. I tell you, it's really tough. You really have to ease into the throttle and the brake, which I wasn't really used to for the brake. You know, brake you gotta really push down quick and then like slowly let off. It's a bit different to an actual car. I've never driven an F1 car, so it's a bit different to how I drive, you know, in real life. But I did get used to it more and more. Coming up here, I think it was this corner where I had a bit of a skid, but then I caught it. No, not this corner. I'm not this lap, sorry. There's another lap. Just some people walking past. Now we've got a better view. Yeah, I was kind of, at first I was like, what is the speedo on the wheel? But yeah, it was actually the kilometers. I thought it was the revs, and I'm like, this is way too low, what's going on? But yeah, it is the speed. I'm not sure if it's in miles or kilometers. I wasn't really paying attention on the wheel, I'm looking at the screen. I think coming up here you can see how hard it was to turn and shift. I'm not sure if it was here. Next up. Oh yeah, there you go, yeah. You can see I kind of flicked my finger, it was really tough. So now, you know, again, I'm a lot more confidence, and so let's try and send it this lap. I'm not sure if this is where I got my fastest lap. Oh, a bit of a skid there. Finally had some green deltas. No, it looks like an easy thing, but it was really hard, I have to admit. Driving this thing was really hard. It was extremely fun, and I really want one now. I really want to go spend 2 grand on one and build it and have it so nice, but I have nowhere to put it right now. So eventually I will get one, maybe next year. But definitely so fun, and I really want to go back and do this again. I think if you're gonna do an F1 experience, you have to do something like this. So I'm really glad that I got to do this before F1. Here we go, I think this is a little spin. Oh no, I can't remember where that spin was. Well, that means next lap. So this lap was just another warm up, and I think the lap 3 or 4 was my fastest. And lap 5 I didn't improve, yeah, I think so. Yeah, now I'm really like, you know, getting used to the feel of the pedal, the feel of the wheel, and trying to work it in harmony together. Swing it hard in, foot flat, let's go. Oh yeah, so the only assist, so DRS and ERS was automatic. So they activate in certain sectors for everyone, which kind of makes it fair for times. And I'm not sure where the buttons were for it, so. And there were 4 different setups with 4 different wheels, so it would have been really weird to tell everyone where it is, and it's different for each system. So I understand why DRS and ERS was just automatic. It didn't activate it on its own. Yep, some skid. Let's save. You can see my foot there. I tried to brake with my right foot because I'm so used to right foot braking. My foot moved to the left. But I feel like I also did that to stop myself from hitting the accelerator because my feet are pretty big. I have really big feet. And in some cars in real life when I drive, you know, one foot can hit all three pedals, which is kind of annoying. So that's just a muscle memory for me. I think he was a skid. Yeah. Oh, I almost got it, but then, you know, grab it. It's very, very tough, man. You can see sometimes I let go of the wheel with one hand because the force feedback. I mean, not the force feedback. The wheel, the direct drive wheel is so tough that it flings my other hand. So I just let go and turn from one side and let the force of the wheel do the work. Otherwise, my arm's just gonna get ripped off. Especially see like here, like I just move my hand down because it's gonna just flick my hand. It's easier to push the wheel than to pull it, if you get what I mean. You know, push from down instead of pull from up. But yeah, that was my my 5 laps. This was the end, yeah. So this was the end of my fourth lap, and yeah, it was really fun. The operator said I did really good, but yeah, this was my fastest time at 1 minute 51.532 with no assists. Now my little brother's having a go. Just keep in mind, he's 14. He's never driven a car. At this point in time, he had never driven a go-kart, and he had never used a steering wheel setup before. Definitely not a sim rig. So he did try with assists off before, the same setup I had, but it was too hard. So right now he's driving with all assists on, so traction control on full, anti-lock off. Anti-lock on, so he has ABS. I do believe he was telling me that there was a lot of input as well, you know, helping him, like steering input and braking input. He said he was fighting the wheel a lot, like fighting the assist a lot. But overall, he really enjoyed it and it was really fun. So I guess we'll just, you know, go through his lap too, because he managed to actually beat the lap record for this rig. And whoever set that record was using the all assist setup. So he beat the all assist record, which is actually pretty good. I'm not sure what it was before, but yeah, I think on his third or fourth lap, he gets a notification on the top, you know, he set the fastest lap. But yeah, here we go. It's the second lap now. I was really impressed by his driving because I've never seen him drive with a wheel before. This was the first time, and especially in a sim rig, he looked pretty nice and confident. He did touch the wall a few times, but yeah, it's all good. But this just goes to show, you know, a setup like this, how easy it is to switch from a really hardcore sim mode to just, you know, casual driving, which is what's happening right now. It was so super easy on the same rig, you know, with a few switches and buttons to just make it a much more easier rig for someone like my brother, who's never used a, you know, wheel before. Swing it in. Now this recording looks, you know, landscape, but it is actually portrait, and I zoomed in. I guess I was just at the perfect angle to get a landscape and a portrait recording, and I think I was bending down, yeah, so to get a really good angle. Squatting, yeah. I think he just touched the wall there. We can also see, you know, my brother's footwork too, you know. He's also sort of leaning into the pedal. Hard to see the brake. Oh, you can just see the brake cam, which is good. But you can see how much smoother and easier it looks on the all setup mode right now compared to how I was driving. Like, my driving looked so erratic. I was spinning out everywhere. The car was wheel spinning. The wheels were locking up. But over here, it looks so smooth. It looks really like good and fast, and it is fast. But you know, it's all the assists as well. I know it might sound like I'm bragging, you know, because my brother managed to get a really fast time and I didn't. But if we want to talk like that, we can say, you know, my brother got a 147 and I got a 151 with all assists off. So, you know, it's pretty close considering I had all the assists off, and it was also my first time using a rig like this. Ultra wide there. Oh yeah, also the car's in automatic as well, so my brother is not shifting. The car is shifting up and down itself. I mean, I was still super impressed because the green deltas all the way. And yeah, you can see he has the line on as well throughout the whole track, which is following really, really well. Slid off the curb there. Swing it in. I love that. I love this corner so much. Yeah, there you go. Fastest lap. It was a 146 at 1 minute 46.163. That was his fastest lap. I don't think he beat it. Yeah, he didn't. Obviously, he didn't, because that was his fastest lap. Just switched over. Get a view of the brake cam. You can see even in this version with the assist on, my brother is braking fairly hard as well. The pedal was hard, it wasn't an easy pedal. It wasn't hard. It was a hard pedal. And what I mean by that is, the spring load in the pedal was hard, so it's hard to push down. It's hard to push down in, but super easy to lock up. That means there's a lot of brake force. Yeah, coming up to the end of my brother's fourth lap. I think because I messed stuff up in the middle sector or the last sector, yeah, he did not get a faster time. 146.6. It was close, but yeah, that wraps up his turn on the simulator. He actually had an extra lap, but I did stop recording because I thought they would kick him off. But that's it. Thank you to Williams Racing for holding this pop-up store in Singapore, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. There is a couple more videos of Singapore to come. I hope you enjoy it.